Hello and welcome to this video on the deluxe cutting boards offered at Glass Studio Supplies. We have three sizes of cutting board, the smallest being 42 centimeters wide by 37 centimeters high, taking a 29.5 centimeter wide piece of glass. The medium cutting board being 59 centimeters wide by 49 centimeters high, taking a 41.5 centimeter piece of glass. And the large cutting board being 84 centimeters wide by 66 centimeters high, taking a 59 centimeter piece of glass. Once the cutting board is removed from the packaging, you'll need to adjust the cutting tip inside the cutting head to accommodate the appropriate thickness of glass. So you'll see inside the cutting head there's a small lug, and the cutting tip has two holes in it to adjust to accommodate either 2 or 3 millimeter pieces of thick glass versus that of something near 6 millimeters thick. Once you've got the appropriate hole selected, you see that the cutting tip is more or less horizontal. If the wrong hole is selected, you'll see that the cutting tip tips down slightly. It won't affect the way that the cutting board cuts, it will just affect the accuracy on the zero line at the bottom of the ruler there. Now that we're all set up correctly, it's just a matter of adding a few drops of cutting oil to the tip and we're ready to cut. You can adjust the base ruler by unscrewing the black cap and sliding the ruler across to the appropriate size. So you can place your glass, score down, and then using the inbuilt popper, you can then snap the glass in place without having to remove it. Don't forget to put the popper back down before you cut the second piece. So there we have two nice scores and two thin strips of glass. So using the angle cutter next, you'll see on the board itself there are a whole series of angles already marked out. Unscrew the black cap of the angle section of the ruler and turn the ruler around to align with the appropriate angle. Most of the time we're using 45 degrees, so in this example I've just set the ruler to a 45 degree angle. Some people slide the angled ruler so it crosses the cutting line, but I tend to adjust the ruler so it fits on the very edge of the cutting line so that I can align my piece of glass's corner with the end of the clear plastic ruler and know that I will cut right to the tip of the piece of glass. A short score, and then using running pliers break off the little piece of glass. So now the tricky part, cutting the opposite angle. People will spend time turning the piece of glass round and round and round, trying to work out which way to cut the glass, but it is the opposite angle, so you cut on the opposite side of the glass. So I simply flip the glass over. Score again. Very tip of the glass being aligned with the very tip of the Perspex ruler, so again you get a nice sharp edge and a sharp precise corner. Now that we're done with the angle section, we can put that back to its original position, slide it out of the way, and now we're going to cut 5 centimeter lengths of the glass. Cutting the second 5 centimeter section of glass using the running pliers, putting the two pieces together, have a perfect right angle piece of glass.